Once again,
I don't think we did video last weekend.
we did not.
What? We didn't do video last weekend?
We
Oh,
didn't
that's
do-
because we did so much champagne over the New Year, huh? We took a break on Sunday, didn't we?
We did.
I think we drank some champagne.
We drank.
Yeah, we just didn't do a video.
So.
But we're still celebrating.
Oh yeah.
Which is the cool thing.
We are still celebrating. And to go with that, today we're doing some Domaine Carneros Tettinger 2009 Brut.
So, shout out to Clark and Linda who gave this to me as a birthday present. We're drinking it now. Woohoo! So, Tattinger is the French champagne house. Domaine Carneros is the U.S. Napa champagne house. So this is faux champagne. For us, personally, as beautiful, as gorgeous as the property are, these are the driest you'll get in the Napa Valley region.
Yes.
Without doubt.
And that's on par. So if you took all the champagnes from Domaine Carneros and all the sparkling wines from Mumm or Chandon, Schramsberg, and just went Brut for Brut, Blanc to Blanc, Blanc to Blanc across the board.
Overall drier.
I would say you would find that this is overall drier.
I mean, I actually think they have one that's 0% residual sugar, don't they? Yeah.
Yes.
So the sugar is what keeps it from being super dry. So the less sugar that's in it, the drier it's going to be. And I think their highest one is like a 1.5.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
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 So anyway, this is a Pinot Noir and Chardonnay grape. That's their traditional blend in their Bruts. So you're going to open it sometime today, baby?
Sure. Well, you were
last night we did some celebrating.
Yes, we went on a field trip.
Well, it was a birthday celebration.
There
were 2 birthdays this week. So we were celebrating the birthday boy and the birthday girl.
Yes.
Right? And you want to tell them what we did?
Single malts.
Single malt scotches. Many of them you can only get in Scotland.
Yes.
Because we have some friends that go all the time, and birthday boy Mark is from there, and his wife happens to love a good scotch.
Yes.
So we drank a lot of scotch last night.
Yes.
Yesterday.
The plan was only to do 5 or 6 of them, but somehow that number immediately went up to 8.
Our host liked opening up the bottles.
Then we went up, let's see.
You even got the secret black box.
Yes.
They opened one for me, though, too, the 407.
Yeah, the 407 was good. Yeah, those were some good scotches.
So what was your favorite, baby? I know you had lots of favorites.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking every day, I'd like that Glenmorangie.
Yeah, that was great every day. As a matter of fact, that is the everyday scotch in their house.
Yeah.
Because I asked them, do you guys drink scotch every day? Trisha's like, uh-huh.
But if I had to choose one out of the entire lot, I'd have to say it was the Clenleash.
The Clenleash. Oh, yeah, you liked the Clenleash. Even though what's funny is that you tend to like the ones with a little bit of peat on them.
Yes.
So he likes that little bit of peaty smokiness to them. I tend to like the ones that have a little more of the fermentation in the barrel different. I'm sure that's not what it's called, but they'll put them in a sherry barrel or a wine barrel, and they've got more of that caramely sweetness to them.
Was it the Talisker?
Talisker, that was one of your favorites.
Was really good.
And you liked the 10-year, but then he opened the 18-year.
18, I liked the 10 better than the 18.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. 18 was good, though. Don't get me wrong. But if I had to choose of the 2, what was that? Brulatich. The Brulatich. Brulatich. The 407 was Brulatich. Yeah. That was really good, too.
The Brulatich, what's interesting about it is it's from from Islay.
Yes.
And if you know anything about scotches, Islay is where all the peaty scotches are from. That's what it's known for. But this one, they specifically make sure there's no peat in it. And I liked that one a lot. I went back and forth. So the 407, they do that one in a wine barrel, and then the 407, the Cuvée 407, is the same distillery, and they do that one in a sherry barrel. And I kind of went back and forth which one of those two I liked better.
Also like the jet fuel. What's the jet fuel?
The Barora.
The Bora.
Well, the Barora is Cliniche.
Yes.
I guess they don't do the Barora label anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was jet fuel there for real.
Yeah, that's what Clark calls it too, the jet fuel. But yeah, so it was really good. And then the secret black bottle came out. I don't even remember what it was called.
Oh man!
It was a Christmas present that got opened for you.
Yes. I'm sorry, the name slips me.
Yes,
but it
started
was,
with an S or something, didn't it? No?
It was really good though. It was really good. But single malt. If you're from Scotland, you're probably saying whiskey. So
yeah, it's kind of like port. Now only a port can be named a port if it's from the port region of Spain. Scotch can only be named Scotch if it's from Scotland. Yes. So even though there are versions of them elsewhere,
yes,
they're technically whiskey in other parts of the world. But our point, we're wine for lovers. We're definitely wine people first and foremost. But you've seen us do beer. Now we're talking about some scotches. The thing is that be open to the adventure.
Yes.
That's what it's about. If you had asked me, do I like beer? I would have told you no, right? If you asked me, do I drink scotch or do I like scotches? I would have said no. But I'm open to trying. And rule number 1 when we all met was if you don't like something, dump it.
Yep.
And they weren't, these are stuff that some of them you can only get in Scotland. So
yeah, there was some rarefied air that we were tasting.
Yeah, so don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try stuff. You just never know in the adventure. And heck, you might not be an alcoholic beverage person, but be a foodie and try stuff. Don't be like, ooh, I don't like that. Try it.
Exactly.
Right? What is it that you always say, baby? Tried fun once.
Everybody's tried fun at least one time, and it wasn't that much fun, but they tried it again.
Yep.
So
how's your Tattinger?
It's actually not as dry as I recall.
It's dry.
Okay.
It's got not really great fruit on it. It's got beautiful fruit on it. This is a 2009, so this is actually a vintage Tattinger, and I don't know why. I always call Domaine Carneros Tattinger. Technically, it's Domaine Carneros. Out here in the U.S., but it's the Tattinger brand. But nice fruit, nice crisp, appley kind of.
I like this. This is good.
Have you ever met a bubble you don't like?
When we went to Carneros, some of the stuff they were pouring was very dry. Even though I liked their Pinots a lot, those still wines they were making were pretty good.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If you're not into bubbles, even from a tasting standpoint, most bubble houses still do still wines, what they call still wines.
Yeah. Carneros does a pretty broad line of Pinots. Let's see, Chandon does Chardonnay,
Pinot Meunier.
Yeah, and Pinot Meunier.
Pinot and a Cab.
Yeah, and Mum does...
it's different every year what we get.
Yeah.
But so you'll always find still wines, and most of them have a still tasting. So don't be, if you're totally not into bubbles, I have some people tell me
not willing to even try it.
Bubbles always give me a headache or something like that. Usually you can still go with friends and get a glass of wine. So
yeah.
All right. On that note, we're out, baby.
Yes.
More celebrating for the rest of the month until you have me going vegan.
Happy birthday to Mark. Happy birthday to Ann. And thank you guys. For the fun.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, Linda and Clark, for the champagne.
Definitely. Cheers.